Hi guys, my name is Cheryl Mickey, and I am going to share a very personal part of my life, and there's a reason for it. I believe that our past and decisions that we've made and things that we've done are meant to be shared, especially if they can help someone else through a process or change a decision, for lack of a better way of putting it. And so I'm going to title this Things Good Little Christian Girls Don't Talk About. And my journey for this started in January of 2000. I had been married 9 years. My boys were born. My youngest was 4 at the time, and so I hit a place in my life in a world that was surrounded with comparisons of Farrah Fawcett and Pamela Anderson, and Pamela Anderson was a little bit later, but much like today, I can't imagine what it would be like to be a young woman today. It was hard enough in the 80s and 90s to have a great self-image and not compare yourself to other women. Now add in Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram, and there's so many ways that we can really not like ourselves, if you want to call it that way. And so for me, I hit a place in my life where I wasn't happy with my image, and so my husband did not want me to do this, but I ended up getting breast augmentations. And at the time where I was in my life at that time, which I was definitely not seeking God, wasn't in any way, shape, or form, but that was a decision I made. And in the last couple of years, I've learned a lot. And so really what I want to talk about today is it's a topic called breast implant illness. And there are women who have gone before me who have been fighting a very tough battle, because there's been symptom after symptom and a million things happening to them, and doctors not being able to give them answers. And so here they are being called crazy and everything else in between. But you get to someone like me who just made assumptions about health things that were coming up. For example, about 8 years after, well, I'm going to rephrase it, 7 months after Implant, I moved to Arizona, and I ended up with massive allergies. And I just made the assumption that allergies were from Arizona, and which kind of surprised me. I mean, I know that happens, and granted, some of that absolutely could be about Arizona, so I'm not discounting that. In my late 30s, ended up going through menopause literally just overnight. Fast forward a few years after that, ended up having a massively infected gallbladder just out of the blue, and had to have emergency surgery over a Thanksgiving weekend. Not to mention the fact that I went from an average of 125 pounds to today I'm topping in at 171. So, and that's personal, but I just believe that if we share our journey, I think even if there's just one friend of mine out there who has gotten implants and has just been inundated with illnesses and sicknesses and their body doing things that a doctor cannot explain, that I would like you to just look at this as a possibility. And more women are stepping up, and more women are talking about this topic. And I think especially for me being a Christ follower, and knowing sometimes as I call it, good little Christians, we just don't talk about these things. And so I really wanted to just share this journey it's been an interesting journey. It's taken me a long time to put 2 and 2 together and to actually say, I'm willing to take a stand for this. And I could go into more detail, and I definitely want to try and do more, but I am going to have what's called an explant surgery in March, and I want to share this journey with everyone, because I'm not guaranteed that all of my symptoms. So another thing I haven't talked about is about 5 years ago, I began having massive food allergies. And it's gotten to the point sometimes that I literally am afraid to eat, which not really visible here, just saying. So it's been, I would try and lose weight, and I would do it for a little bit and then not. And so when finally, and through my research, what I realized was that my body actually may be doing me a really big favor, because if, as friends of mine on a support group say, these toxic bags are so causing me problems that fat cells actually, if I understand scientifically, will surround toxins and protect our bodily organs, and which means a lot of women have heavy inflammation on the inside that you don't even know is going on, which causes so many problems medically. That is a scientific fact. And so I just want to share, and I want to encourage, if I have a friend out there, or you guys know a friend who's just having difficulty finding answers to medical problems, and they have implants, have them start researching. There's some amazing support groups available on Facebook for sure. They're just starting here in Arizona. Channel 5, she, a news reporter there, just did a two episode expose, so to speak, on this, and it's coming out. Like, the women who have fought this fight before me, who have made it possible for me to get here, I'm so grateful. I mean, I literally went to my doctor with 4 pages of questions that I knew to ask because of the women who have gone before me. And if they hadn't, I wouldn't have known that I even needed to ask these questions. And these are really important questions, because if a doctor doesn't do it right, then you're not gaining anything from it. So I know this is a journey. So it starts with getting them out, and then there's the detox and the processing. And it's a process, guys. I'm just gonna tell you. So I'd like to just share this journey with you in hopes that, I don't care if it's just one person whose life it changes and affects, but from a scriptural, biblical side of this is, in this process, God has just walked me through the understanding that I am a new creation, and I know it's God, because I remember waking up in 2000 and being so grateful that I had gotten them, and to now realizing they don't mean anything to me. And I have to, just a caveat side note, my husband never wanted me to get them, just so you know. It was never something he asked for. In fact, he said, I don't understand why you're doing this. So I'm so blessed with a husband who loves me and who supports me. And it's hard for him to understand the medical side of this, but he is just coming alongside me. And I'm blessed. I know that. I'm blessed that I have a God who loves me and who has shown me who I am, and that I don't need that anymore. Again, this is, please do not take this as a shaming if you've got them, if you're not having problems. I'm not trying to go there. What I'm trying to do is for the women who are having problems and don't know that this is a possibility. And I know vertigo is a massive one. Different arthritis, fibromyalgias. There's people who are having problems walking on their feet when they wake up because it hurts so bad. So, and I've been blessed with some of mine, because some of what they have, I don't know how they get out of bed every day. But this is my share for today, and I hope this one person is changed or affected in a really positive way from it. And I'll share this journey I'm hoping to share from the after surgery part to the recovery part, and to just even the progress of what happens after they're gone. Guaranteed, there's no guarantees, just telling you, but I firmly believe with every fiber of my being that it will help. And so that's what it is. So again, this is Cheryl Mickey signing out, and this is episode 1 of Good Things, or Things Good Little Christian Girls Don't Talk About. Love you guys. Thank you for letting me share.